activation energy is simply the mental or physical effort needed to begin a task. So think of any time, let's say you've been lazing about in the house and you've been saying for days or maybe even weeks that you're going to tidy your room or tidy your house, whatever it is. You'll feel some form of resistance to that and you feel, oh, I can't be bothered doing that. Now, what that is activation energy. You require a certain amount of activation energy to start the task, because the reality is if you start it, you'll get a lot further than you think. In fact, the chances are you'll probably just finish it. So the battle is really not how do I finish this task, but how do I start it? Because what we realize is once we start something, we get a lot more done than we first thought. And the way that we do that is by lowering activation energy. So what we need to look at is how do we reduce that? Otherwise, you're just going to lie to yourself and you're never going to advance at anything in life. So some of the ways that we can do that is by making the barrier itself like laughably small. So rather than saying, you know, I have to tidy my whole room, you say, okay, I'm going to tidy my bed or the corner of my room or where I work or whatever it happens to be. But if you set this huge target, which people do all the time with goal setting, they set a huge target saying, I want to run a marathon. See, first, just say, oh, you want to run a 5K. The activation energy is way lower. So you're more likely to start. And if you start, you're much more able to be consistent. You're much more able to do the things you say you're going to do because the activation energy is lower.